Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a brand new video where today I'm going to be talking about a film that I watched recently that I'd like to just share my thoughts and opinions on that I thought was fairly good but not as good as other people expected me to think it was going to be good. Um, some of my friends thought it was like an amazing movie, but I mean I thought it was pretty good, but not like outstanding, blow me out of the water movie. And I'm here to explain why and why I thought it was still good, even though I didn't think it was amazing. But so it was one of those films where for a while it wasn't that engaging. I don't know, like there were certain parts towards the beginning of the movie that just didn't really like immerse me in the movie that much. I was kind of like growing distant from it at certain points. And the reason for that was that there was just a lot of parts in this movie, honestly, in Point Break. There's just a lot of parts in this movie that just didn't feel that important to the movie and just didn't feel like they were that well integrated with the rest of the movie at the time of watching it. Like there were just some parts where it was like, why is that there? You know, like I feel like what makes a movie good is whether or not it can be so like pulling throughout the whole entire thing. And I just didn't see that throughout the entire movie. But I mean, with that being said, I thought it was still a good movie because the last like 45 minutes or so was perfect inside and out. Aside from one thing that I do have to mention right now and get it out of the way, is the fact that this is a plot spoiler. Bodhi doesn't want to kill Johnny Utah. Why? Why doesn't he want to kill Johnny Utah? Why does he want to use him and ruin him? Why not kill him when he finds out he's the agent who's been trying to kill him? Why not kill the guy who's trying to kill you, right? I mean, it was kind of like surprising to me. Like I thought it was going to be like an awesome fight between them. I mean, Johnny Utah almost kills him in the end, but I mean, I won't reveal the rest of it. I thought the ending was amazing, though, with what happens to Bodhi and how it ends with him and Johnny Utah. But it was just kind of like odd to me the fact that Bodhi's motives were a bit strange, in my opinion. The fact that he wanted to just do what was right for the people that ordered him to do this robbery and then release the girl for him, and that was it. I mean, but yeah, I just found that part like a bit. I mean, it didn't make the movie bad by any means. I just thought it could have been executed differently. That's all. But honestly, like aside from those things, I thought the movie was great. I mean, I really love the energy that comes off from a lot of those characters. Like, there is a lot of yelling in that movie from Gary Busey, who's a great character in that movie as the agent. I forget his name actually, which is kind of sad. I think it was Angelo. I think I'm not positive, but he was awesome. He was so funny, and and when like Johnny was yelling too, or Keanu Reeves, he was a great character too, and I thought the movie, you know, with an action movie, like I like it when it's not all completely serious inside and out. Like that movie had some good doses of humor through and through, which I thought really helped it a lot. And yeah, I mean, I think some of you might think differently, but I think an ending can make or break a movie and help boost my rating of it. So like, let's say, well, before I saw the ending of the movie, I'd say my rating was at like a 7.8, but the ending of the movie was so great, I'll give it an 8. I know that's still not that great of a rating, but for an 8, in my opinion, is a good movie. Don't take that as an insult to that movie because I think it's still a good movie. It's just that it wasn't all that pulling throughout. That was just my issue with it. Like there were just like certain scenes, like just why? Like I'll give you an example. Like when he was playing football with the guys, like, okay, you're just hanging out with these guys. Like, what is the point of this scene? Like, I don't know. Like, he was literally just throwing a football. Like, I don't even know. Like, I guess the one important part of that scene was when he like collided into Bodhi, and it showed like their tension rising or whatever. Like how they had like a bond going, that kind of thing. But I mean, like, I didn't really feel like that scene really had that much of a purpose to be there. But that's just like one of a few different parts of the movie that were just not that engaging, where I just really found myself just kind of like honestly like spacing out from it. Like I love a movie when you can just watch it and just be like eyes glued to the TV, never looking away. You don't even think about the time. You don't even think about, oh, how much longer is left in this movie. You don't think about any of that. You just think about seeing what happens in this awesome movie. In which case, this movie wasn't so awesome with that. So, but once again, I really don't want to say that this movie. I really don't think this movie is bad by any means, but it was still good though. So for this movie, Point Break, the original one, by the way, not the crappy remake that was god awful. It sounds like I haven't watched it, but it sounds god awful. But for this original Point Break of 1991, it was a good movie, but not quite amazing for those reasons. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you have, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, I felt like the movie just like its direction just wasn't all that clear with the different scenes. Like there were certain parts of the movie that were just put in there that just kind of felt like they weren't like that tightly knit with the movie. They were just kind of like loose ends of the movie. It was like, why is that there? Like that was just my feeling of it, honestly. And it's just like it was kind of a unique movie, but I mean I don't want to say this didn't make it good, but like the fact that like it kind of deceives you into thinking like it's a surfers movie, and then it kind of switches back to like a robbery movie. I mean, I just found that like kind of like, I don't know, bipolar of the movie. I don't know. I felt like it was kind of just on and off with its personality. I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah. I also have to add one notable scene that was just so awesome that I did really love, was the best part of the movie, was when he jumps out of the plane to catch Bodhi without a parachute. That was just amazing. I love that part so much. That was a great part.